Happy summer. I cannot believe we're here. It feels, I don't know, it feels like it's been forever of a year and then like a quick year too. I can't explain it, but I cannot believe that it is summer reading time. So let me tell you all about our summer reading program that we have through the Charlotte Mecklenburg Library and also what I've put together that you might want to enjoy this summer at home. So, everyone has already been set up with a summer reading account through CM Libraries because they're just awesome like that. They provide us with so many wonderful resources. And this year, more than ever, we have taken advantage of those resources because of all of the online resources that they provide. Overdrive has been a big push from our media center this year, especially for our distance learners. And while we were all learning from home, Overdrive was an awesome resource. Your students love Overdrive. They've done it in the media center with me. And they should all know how to log in with the exception of my kindergartners. But it's really easy to get into Overdrive. You just, or any of the Charlotte Mecklenburg portals, the Charlotte Mecklenburg Library portals, you just use your student ID number. So it's LNC, because we're Lake Norman Charter, no capital letters, no spaces, LNC, and then your student ID number after that. That's important, and the reason I'm telling you that is because when you log into their summer reading program, you're gonna need your like login name, and then there's a password that everybody's gonna have that's the same. I'm gonna demonstrate that for you in just a moment, but before I do, this is coming home with each of our children. What you get is you get the information of how to log in, and it has that password for everybody on here as well. And then stapled to it is also a free, oh, what do you call them? If I look under here, I'll see it. From Wendy's. It's the library's giving you a free Frosty, a free junior Frosty to the library just for having signed up for the program, and all LNC students sign up for the program, whether it be elementary all the way up to high school. Okay, so what is this program? This program is where you go online and you log reading hours and you do certain activities through their online portal. It feels like games. And it's just to keep kids engaged in reading over the summer. This is important because if you don't read over the summer, you do what's called the summer slide. It sounds cool, but this kind of slide is bad. If you do not read over the 2 months that you're home for summer break, you can lose up to 3 reading levels. So all of these kids that have worked so hard all year long to grow their reading, if they don't read over the summer, they could slide back up to 3 levels. And sometimes that's an entire school year worth of growth. And we don't want that for them. And the Charlotte Mecklenburg Public Library does not want that for them either. Now, okay, they could read, but why log their hours? The Charlotte Mecklenburg Library has put incentives there that you can get. Now, some of our kids don't need these incentives to read. They'll read anyway. So why log the hours? The public library is funded with public money, and the data that we provide by logging our hours over the summer just goes to show even more how valuable they are to us. And because of the resources they have provided us, especially over COVID, I want to give them as much data as possible. So I am asking all of our families, please log your reading this summer just to show Charlotte Mecklenburg Libraries how valuable they are. If there is ever a conversation about cutting funding for public libraries, the first place they go to is the data from schools and how they reach their community. And we are a major part of how they reach their communities. So we want to give them all the data that we can, that we use them and that we love them and that we need them to be funded, especially for years like this year where we had to go online and resorted to utilizing their online library system, which is amazing. So if you click here onto Charlotte Mecklenburg's summer reading program, it'll link you right to it. Your email or username is LNC, and then your kid's student ID number. And your password is Beanstack. I don't know, Beanstack. It's on here, but B-E-A-N. I'm going to actually write it down for you so you can see it. B-E-A-N-S-T-A. Oh, it's not going to show you. C-K. I'm going to go ahead and log into my kid's summer reading. All right, so he hasn't done anything yet, but we have a community goal. You can look at your past years. You can look at the things that you've ignored. You come down here, you click into this right here, and it takes you to the portal. Overview, challenge badges, logging your badges, activity badges, earned, rewards, challenge log. So here's all of the information for you. They want you to read 15 hours and complete 5 activities. And the activities are like games, super easy. So this is where you come to do all of the online reading information where you log it. Now, something that I've done separately for you guys. I have a K2 and a 2-4. So second grade, you get included in both. It's called Read Then Watch. So over the summer, my family loves to watch movies. We love having family movie nights. And Read Then Watch is just a whole like library full of books that you can read and then watch the movie. Now, I don't provide the books for you through these, but I'll give you an example. So if we go to the K2 one, I also have some TV shows on here. So Fancy Nancy's highlighted because it's a TV show. But these are really fun books that you can read and then turn around and have a family movie night with, like Ferdinand. Eloise is a little harder to find. I found Eloise in like an old Disney something. Mars Needs Moms. Horton Hears a Who. Alexander and the Horrible, Terrible, No Good, Very Bad Day is a great book. Use parental guidance prior to watching the movie. You might want to like preview it first. There are some things in there that I went to when watching it with my kindergartner. However, turning around and watching it with my 4th grader, it didn't feel so, shocking. So, but this is a fun picture book to read together. Let's see, Jumanji. We've got lots of Jumanji. So there's a lot of parental guidance, what your kids like in movies, what you like for them to watch in movies, that you'll want to give with some of these books. But these are just some ideas, a jumping off point. And you don't even have to watch them. You could just use this as a shelf to come and read the books. If you click on these books, it will give you the preview to the Divorce Jenkins. No, we'll skip this. It'll give you the preview to the movie trailer. So this is the movie trailer for Ferdinand. So each of these will click on the movie trailer for the movie, except for Alexander and the Horrible, Terrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. I took that one away because I wouldn't do that movie with my kindergartner, but it's up to you what you do with yours. So for summer reading, 2-4, you come here, and these are more chapter books versus picture books. I might just shift this. Yeah, let me shift it. These are chapter books instead of picture books, but like Wonder and The Witches. My kids watched The Witches this past year, and I mean, they would have never been intrigued to watch this movie prior to having, like, they would have never been intrigued to read the book prior to having seen the movie. And now that they've seen the movie, they're like, ooh, cool. So start with a movie trailer, guys. Intrigue them with a movie trailer. Say, well, watch this movie once you've read the book, read the book, and then have a family movie night. Underneath my head is Netflix did, let me stick it, it's a series of unfortunate events. They actually did a really good job at, or I feel they did a great job about bringing this book series to life. And I also feel like having, we love binging our TV series. I feel like having a TV series to binge really keeps that whole reading sense alive if you want to do an entire book series this summer. Anyway, so these are just some ideas that you guys can do together. You definitely don't have to do the read then watch, but I really, really encourage you to do the Charlotte Mecklenburg's summer reading program where you log your hours, just because we want to show how grateful we are for all the resources that they've provided us with this year. And we've got to read over the summer anyway, so why not? Just one little step extra to log it. Guys, have a great summer. It has been a year, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. Thanks for being with us.